So, Gideon, welcome to the Great Talks.
Thank you so much. I'm grateful. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to make impact to your audience.
Perfect, man. Before AI and God mode, who were you trying to become as a professional?
Okay, I already started a media company, uh, training business leaders and organization on how to use for the personal branding. Basically on YouTube. In fact, I actually wrote a book on that. Grow and sell, grow and sell with YouTube. So I had the desire to see that business leaders they're not doing well because they're not being visible. And you might be the smartest person in the world, but your ability is nothing without visibility. So I thought of, okay, I understand how to use this tool. Let me show them how to come out online.
Perfect, man. What's personal frustration push you towards AI transformation work?
I hate seeing people working hard, and in fact, like from young, I'm kind of that kind of lazy guy who wants to always find a way out, shortcut to things. Well, that's on the positive side. I always like to look at the best approach to solve a problem. That's use leverage and tools. So, discovering how to use from social media then to when generative AI came out, then I saw wow, this is huge leverage, and I started using them, and I saw the result, massive result, my personal development, personal even growing my business. The business I started, I saw I'm enjoying this. Let me get others to see how to use this. So I thought, okay, let's get it right.
Perfect, man. When did you first realize that most CEOs are stuck doing the wrong work?
Hmm, that's a great question. So, okay, there was one day my boss here, she was having she enrolled for a program, and she was having, because of so much to do and so little time, but she had to finish this project. It was a personal development course, and she was manually trying to type work. But it was taking so much of her time, so much of her time, and she called me, and I got to show how she could use how she could use ChatGPT, the voice typing, and also how to streamline her work. And she was so happy, and she eventually had me to do a training for the staff on how to use that, the teachers, how to use generative AI for lesson plan and those. And I saw that wow, I think many people also just love to know how to use this. Then having been invited to speak on one of my mentors' pro, masterclass, I taught how to prompt, and so many were interested, and that was how WDI started.
Perfect, man. Was there a moment where you felt CEOs don't need more hustle, they need systems?
Yeah, because today most CEOs, most especially let's say the baby boomers, those within the age of 50, 60, 70s, because they've not been exposed to the technological advancement. So many of them do their work manually. I got to discover that this is one of the big issues many of them are having. So I that's why I started. And basically my target audience are these non-technical business leaders. Because I was like them up until my college days that I had the opportunity to get to know how to use tools like the Microsoft, and that was the launch pad that got me into the world of information technology.
Perfect, man. How did your thinking about leadership change once you start working deeply with AI?
Leadership change, yeah. In leadership, I believe that leadership is more about intuition than implementation. Leadership is more about strategy than the task. It's more about teamwork. But most leaders are so much into the task, into the activity, they don't take time to think. And that is why AI is very, very powerful at this time. For those who know how to utilize this tool, it will skyrocket their productivity massively.
Perfect. What's identity shift must a CEO make before AI can actually help them?
I think it will be a mindset shift. Uh, it will be a mindset shift because most leaders who are not using AI is because they fall into what I call the pessimism and version trap. Okay, I was saying the change they have to make is to see AI not just as a tool, but as a team member. Just like the CEO of Microsoft AI, Mustafa Suleiman, he said we should look at this not just as tools, but as a digital species. Because very soon robotics is out, robots will start coming and will be powered by AI. And if you have in your mind that these are just tools, you will not be able to work with them effectively. But when you see them as team members, you see them as not just gadgets, but you see them as digital species, just like I'm talking with you right now. Like the that mindset shift is what will help most leaders. That's what I believe today.
Perfect, man. Why do you say most leaders are operators instead of architects?
Operators, architect. Okay, let's look at what's the work of an architect. The work of an architect is to design the blueprint for the building. Because if the blueprint is wrong, the building will be wrong. So, and again, if you watch blockbuster movies, movies that have hit highest in the box office, you won't see the actor as a director. The director is different. The movie director is the one directing the movie, and the actor is acting in the movie. You can't see a movie director directing the movie and also coming to act the movie. It's not possible. But most leaders are trying to direct the movie and act the movie. So, and that's the challenge many fall. That's the challenge many leaders are drowning in. But if they can see themselves as the designer, it will be great and awesome.
What does thinking like an architect really mean in a business terms?
So thinking like an architect is thinking about imagining what the business what the outcome of the business should look like even before it is built, even before it is built, even before it is started. The architect designs how the building should look like before the building is made. So you have to see it in the mind before you can build it. Even that's one of the laws in my upcoming book, The New Intelligence, the law of imagination. You have to see it to build it. If the blueprint is wrong, then the building will be wrong. If the blueprint is right, then the building will be right. So the work of an architect is to define the strategy, define the framework, because the skeleton that's a major part of the building. Our body, the skeleton that holds us, even though we can't see our skeleton, but the skeleton that holds us.
Perfect, man. What kind of leaders struggle the most with AI and why?
I feel leaders who are not given to personal development, leaders who are not given, because for those who are partners with GodMode AI solution, one of the major denominators of all our partners, we don't call our clients customers, we call them partners. Our partners have one thing in common. They are hungry for knowledge. They are hungry for personal development. They are hungry to become more than they are, because you have to be more before you can do more, so you can have more. So they understand this framework. To those who are not fully given to personal growth and those that are struggling deeply with AI, not even AI, it's life itself.
Yeah. What is the biggest lie being sold about AI today?
There are two sides of the posts. Yeah. the hyper optimist and the hyper pessimist. The on the others on the first optimist, AI, many believe that AI is going to solve everything in the world. It's going to cure all diseases. Going to cure, going to bring cure, turn around climate change. It's going to bring unity. That's a massive utopia. That's when it's utopia. That's there will be no, like Elon Musk would say, there will be no work, no everywhere, everything will just be enjoyment. While on the other side, the lies about AI is the pessimist side is that AI is going to put us in a matrix. If it was a movie matrix, it's going to put us in a matrix. AI is going to kill us, destroy us. Most of us will watch some of those sci-fi movies, and that thought has been one ringing in the mind. And social media, and people are passing this news on social media, and it's quite devastating.
Perfect, man. Why do most people feel overwhelmed instead of empowering by AI?
Okay, it's because the rate at which AI is progressing is exponential. Like it's massive. Today you hear ChatGPT 4.0, tomorrow you hear ChatGPT 5.1, next day, the next month you hear ChatGPT 5.2. The rate at which AI development is growing, it's so it's massive, and many people don't even know where do I they don't even know where do I start from. Do I use ChatGPT? Do I use Claude? Do I use Grok? Do I use Google Gemini? Today you're hearing that Gemini is the best. Tomorrow you're hearing ChatGPT is the best. All this digital deluge of information overload cause one just like you've overeaten and you feel someone who have overfed himself or herself, you can't move anywhere, you just stuck sitting on the chair, you can't move.
Perfect. What do most CEOs misunderstood about ChatGPT and AI tools?
I see, okay, from those who are from those who've worked with, they feel that ChatGPT knows all everything, and when using it they don't give it enough of background information or give it context. So when they use this to, they don't get the best response. I think I also taught that out. I teach that to my partners, and I shared a video on YouTube on that recently on my YouTube channel. Most CEOs they feel that AI, because AI has read so much of it, knows all things, then they don't need to feed it with enough information. But one of the key, the one of the how will I say now, one of the master key to unlocking the potential of using AI, just like generative AI, it's over communicating your ideas with, giving it enough. I also in our program we also teach our partners how to generate master prompts. The master prompt is uh, a database of all the information about you that you feed to AI, so that whenever yourself, your business, what you do, your likes or dislikes, your tone of response, and so a master you have, you give AI AI, you communicate with AI, produce the master prompt and feed it to it. So anytime you ask question, it gives you the response based on the what it knows about you.
Yeah, they store your data in their database. So like if we are logging in ChatGPT and we are giving him some information like what we do, what I want to do, like some ask questions, and after that we something ask, he give relevant answers to us what we give information before, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We for although we have I have uh, the questions I give to my partners. They will ask, then ChatGPT will ask the question questions one after the other. And also you can do it this way. You just tell ChatGPT, I want to create a master prompt. So I want you to ask me questions one after the other, so you can know more about me and about my life and dislike. Then ChatGPT will start asking you the questions. Then after asking you the questions, then you tell it, now generate a master prompt for me. Then it will now generate those, it will now generate everything about you, about your business. So then you put it on a folder, you put it on a PDF. So you feed it to ChatGPT anytime, or not even not whether ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Grok, DeepSeek, whatever AI, generative AI tool you use best.
Yeah. Is AI actually making people smarter or lazier?
Ah, okay. You see, AI is just like a tool. And okay, let me use this analogy. If you have a power bike, yeah, and you know how to ride this bike and you know where you're going, it's going to take you. You're going to enjoy using the bike, and it will take you faster to your destination. But you have the power bike and you don't know how to use this bike, and you don't even know where you're going. You might get an accident on the way. So AI is just like, it's just a tool. If you know where you're going, that's why we work with business leaders, because they already have a vision where they're going. So the AI will just be like a power bank to take them to their journey faster. So if you know how to use this, if you know where you're going, you're disciplined, AI is going to make you smarter. But if you don't know where you're going and you love shortcuts, then to make you lazier. That's how I see it.
That's the great example, man. How do you personally decide what AI should do and what humans must do?
AI should do the like see the manual. Okay, let me use for instance myself. Before AI, I do type, write. I was also a copywriter before started. I entered into social media, then YouTube precisely, even LinkedIn also. Before then, generative AI came up, then I jumped into it, dive into the pool of generative AI. So what I before generative AI came up, I do my typing. I do my research for my to write the target audience, write copy, to write offers. I have to sit down to write them or type them on my computer. But now AI, now with the advent of generative AI, all I need to do, I know what I want. I know my target, my target audience are. I want to write a copy, a sales copy, or maybe a sales copy, or just I know what I want to do now. So AI does the writing for me. I only do the editing. You get that now. So it all depends on your job description. Most of the AI can do 80% of the work. Okay, don't like okay, let me use this analogy. I speak in pictures. A farmer is the one that will create the seed, then he takes the seed to the soil. The farmer is not the one that is going to grow the seed. It's the soil is the automation for the seed. The soil will make the seed grow. But it is not the soil that will harvest the fruit. So AI will, you are the one to initiate the task or whatever. Then AI will do the heavy lifting. Then at the end of the task, you are the one to do the editing, and you are the one to do the refining. Before now, you go out to get. It all depends on your job description.
Perfect, man. What is the difference between using AI and thinking with AI?
That's a powerful one. What's the difference between using AI and thinking with AI? It's like saying, what's the difference between working with a hammer as a carpenter, and what's the difference between working with a carpenter alongside with you? So working with a hammer as a carpenter, you know what you want. You just use the hammer, boom, 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 and hit on the ground and use it. And when you're done, keep it aside. But when you're working alongside with a fellow carpenter, he shares idea with you. You also give idea. If you there are things you don't know how to do, it gives you idea on what to do. So that is using AI and thinking with AI. For instance, GodMode AI solution, it was through a brainstorming session with AI. I and my co-founder. We know that we because we had already started we had client our partner and potential partners who wanted to start with us. And we didn't have we although we knew the outcome they desired, but we didn't have the structure. Like that's why I said we were the one we co-created the God mode system. So we didn't have the structure, we didn't have the even God mode AI wasn't even in our mind. But we with AI we had to sit down, we brainstorm, we came up with names, different names to call ourselves. Then we chose the best, which one resonated with our values. And also our course, our curriculum, it was with brainstorming session with AI that generated or that brought to birth what we are doing today. So that is thinking with AI. We are not using AI there, we are thinking with AI now. Do you understand now? So AI, thinking with AI will help you, it will bring out it will bring out of your creativity, bring it out to the open to manifestation. That's how I see it. But working with AI, you just use it as a tool and keep it aside.
Perfect, man. Why do random prompts fail even from smart peoples?
Okay. Why do random prompts fail? The messy thinking equals to messy prompts. Most people go to AI, they don't even know the outcome they want in their mind. And I thought that in our week two, thinking with AI, we teach our partners that before you put a prompt into AI, you must have written down what you want on either your notepad or your journal. If it's something that is if something if it's an important project you're doing, you must know you must know as an architect, you must have conceptualized what you actually want to achieve with AI before even going to use AI. You plan first, then you now ask AI. We have this framework called the PADI framework, PADI. PADI. You plan first, then you plan on paper, then you go to AI, then you ask. From asking, the D is the draft. You bring out the first draft. Then we always tell our partners that the first draft prompt that you get from AI, don't use it. Always ask AI to improve the prompt before you use it. Because the first prompt is not the best prompt. I do that a lot. I tell it, make this better, add more context, enrich this prompt. And because the deeper the context in the prompt, the more context you have in your prompt, the more information you have in your prompt, the better the output.
Perfect, man. Let's say if I want to ask something to GPT.
Okay.
So let me put first what I want to ask, like give them the full information and ask them, write a perfect prompt for that. Right?
Yeah. Okay, let me also share this too. You know, when AI came out, we were learning prompt engineering. Yeah, well, understand learning how to prompt engineering. But do you know now AI is a better prompt engineering than even the best prompt engineer. So he's a better prompt engineer than the best prompt engineer. So what we teach our client is not even to even write prompt, is to know what you want first. Then we have this framework called the RACE framework, RACE. R stands for role, A stands for action, C stands for context, E stands for example or expectation. So we tell it after you've written, we can even do that together. After you've written the prompt, after you've written what you want, for instance, you want to write, let's say you want to write a business proposal to a company for a grant. Then you say, I want to write the business proposal to this company XXX for a grant, for XYZ company for a particular grant. So then you add a bit of context with, then you now say, using the role, action, context, and example framework, make this prompt better. Get that? You write what you want at the top, then you tell AI, ChatGPT, or whatever, using the role, action, context, example framework, make this prompt better. Because anything you write on AI is a prompt.
Yeah.
Anything you write on ChatGPT, anything you write on that small box there is called a prompt instruction. So now you are telling me to make that prompt better. So it will now pattern the prompt, it will now expand the prompt, giving it a role. Because when you give AI a role, you immerse it into it's research based. You make it, for instance, writing a book, you can say you can act as a business analyst, you can act as a financial analyst. When you give it the role, it immerses himself into that role, into that domain, and the response will be far way better. Many people don't know that.
Perfect. What makes AI outputs misleading or dangerous for leaders?
Okay, when the outputs are not based on research, before now AI is a bit, AI is a bit accurate, but when AI came up, it was not there were no such tool, because it had a knowledge cutoff of 2022. When ChatGPT came up, around 20, the training data was stopped at 2021, 2022.
Hmm.
So any information that you ask that is from 2021 above, you won't get it. And if you ask the question, because ChatGPT is trained to want to give you response, it will give you what we call hallucination. That is, it will confidently give you wrong information. So now AI now is, because it has two tools attached to them, search tools attached to it. It brings out, okay, the response and also the source it got the response from. So if you're using AI and it is not giving you its source, if you're doing the research work, if it doesn't give you, you need to ask it to give you the source. So if it doesn't give you the right source, then you need to verify. Okay, so let me give an instance. If a lawyer in the US was sanctioned and his certificate revoked because he used AI wrongly. How? He thought that ChatGPT response were accurate. This happened around 2023, 2022. Within that time, he thought ChatGPT response were accurate, and the response were accurate. So, and he used it to generate a case for a lawsuit that he went to defend. And when he submitted and it was checked, it was discovered that some of the cases there were made up facts.
Hmm.
And when he was asked, he said he thought ChatGPT was accurate. So it's important that whenever you're generating response, do well to verify, do well to fact check if this is good.
So basically, when we talk on ChatGPT, they will give you a small line in the downside. So please verify every question, every answers we get from the ChatGPT.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see that. When should a CEO not use AI at all?
For me, I use AI every day. When should CEOs not use AI at all? Okay, when it comes to confidential information, I advise they stay off, because some of the information that you share with AI is also, AI learns the information, and it stores in their, just like whatever you see you cannot unsee. So whatever AI sees, it's stored in its database. If you have information that is confidential to your company, maybe financial record, document that is private, don't share it to AI. I hope that's okay.
What happened if they share those things?
They share those things, then AI has gotten the information already. So although there's a part of AI called there's when you're using there's what they call temporary chat. Just like on Google, you have the Ignition tab where you don't want the information to be stored. So AI has what we call temporary chat. If you just want to do simple, AI will not put that in its memory. You just go to that temporary chat and do what you want to do, and the memory is wiped off.
Yeah. What skills matter more today, technical AI knowledge or AI judgment?
Both are required. Both are required because you have to you have to for if you're driving a car, you have to know how to drive the car, and also you have to know where you're going. So driving a car is the technical knowledge of AI. Knowing where you're going is the judgment. Because one of the skills AI will not replace is judgment, that's vision, taste. Yes. So you have to that's why it's very important that you before you even start using AI, you should have a clear picture of the outcome you want so that even when AI gives its response, you can say no, I don't want this, I don't want this, make it better, refine this, add this, take away this, those stuff like that. So technical knowledge is good, AI judgment is also good. So both of them work hand in hand.
Why do tools fails but system scales?
Why do tools fail, systems fail? Because tools are always changing. Tools are changing rapidly, but system is what remains the same. Like I said, the body framework I'm using, the act, act, draft, improve. It's a system that you can use for any AI tool. But tools will always be evolving. Today, ChatGPT can be better than Gemini. Tomorrow, Claude is better than ChatGPT. Next year, we hear that a new AI tool, maybe GodMode AI solution, AI tool is better than all of them. So you never can tell. So, but if you have systems for writing prompts, systems for talking with AI, its systems are everlasting. Doesn't matter what tool you're using.
How does your God mode framework prevent random AI uses?
That's fun. If you okay, you go on YouTube and you see some adverts on YouTube ads telling you that learn AI in 30 days, 30 tools today. But those tools are giving those is great, it's good, but it's not the best way to use AI. For you to use AI, for you to use and profit from AI effectively, you need to stick with one, two, three tools. Because one of the skills that will separate winners from losers or great leaders from just an average leader is what we call technological literacy. Technological literacy, and what does technological literacy means? It knowing the right tool to use at the right time, knowing the best tool to use for yourself at the right time. So if you're using every tool and you don't even know the best tool to use, then you'll be falling behind. You're just wasting time. You're just going around in circles. In GodMode AI solution, we we first of all have a clarity call with you. They get to know your problems and where you want to go, and we and in our training program we customize it based on the outcome you want, and we teach you the tools you use. We already have a system of training that will give you the tools you use. For now, the best tool we recommend is ChatGPT and Google Gemini. And for us, that's the best that non-tech CEOs can use.
Can you explain the idea of AI as a thinking partner in simple terms?
Okay, AI as a thinking partner is it means having to use AI to refine what you want to do, to refine your work, to refine your thoughts, the output you want. For instance, for instance, let's say, okay, for instance now, I even when you message me that okay, we want to do a podcast here, I I have to use AI to help me to help me refine the way the answers to some questions. I did
I could not get your voice properly.
okay. I asked AI to work. I asked AI to act as my mentor, and I asked it to ask me questions and let me do the answer. And if there's any way I go wrong, do well to correct me. And we did that for about 30 minutes, and AI helped me refine the way my answers go. I even remember when I had opportunity to be the master of ceremony for an event. There was the opening speech. I didn't have that clearly on my mind, so I had to communicate with AI. This is what I want to say. How do I say this better? And it gave me tips and strategies, and he gave me the exact things to say, and I delivered perfectly. So AI helps you to you know what you want to do, but most times you can't get it clearly. It's like a fog in the mind. So when you think, just like John Maxwell in his book, the 16 undeniable laws of communication, one of the law of collaboration says that some of your best thinking will be done with others. Some of your best thinking will be done with others. So with AI, working with AI is like is the best. It can be your best public speaking coach. It can be your best business analyst. It can, it's the potential is massive. Your best doctor. AI is its potential is massive, massive.
What are the first system every CEO should build with AI?
First system every CEO should put with AI is thinking with AI, because there are three ways you can use AI. There are three ways you can use AI, and everyone should three ways to use AI. Number one, you can use AI as an assistant. That is
What?
AI assistant. Can you hear
Assistant.
me?
Yep.
Yes, an assistant. Like let's say you tell it to write me a proposal, write me a document, and it spits out those things for you. That's an assistant, like an intern. You can and number two, use AI automation. Use it to do the tasks that you don't want to do. Okay, for instance, the automation we built was one of them was to we built the LinkedIn automation where it will just post content on our LinkedIn page, our business LinkedIn page. And also we had automation where we send through Telegram to send emails to anyone. We just tell it this email, this is what we want. So you use AI to do tasks that you don't want to do, to delegate your tasks to AI. And the final one is augmented intelligence. That's using AI as a thinking partner, and that is the best way. That's what many people are not talking about. That's what many people are not talking about, because AI, human creativity plus artificial intelligence is massive creativity, massive explosion of creativity. So when you use AI as a thinking partner, you skyrocket your intelligence.
Perfect. Why is reusability more important than intelligence in AI workflow?
That's very deep. Usability, because when you get to use AI constantly, you get just like you get to know it better. You get to know you know how to communicate with it. You get to know its limitations. But just workflow and automation, most times workflow are even done by AI automation agents, or someone who is good at um, creating AI automation, and you don't get to know the workflow. But when you're using AI, like you use the way you use ChatGPT, use it constantly. Repetition builds mastery. So when you use it more, you get to know how to know how it's been done. That's why the best way to learn how to use AI is use it every day, use it every day, use it every day. You get to see its errors, you get to see its potential, and you get to enjoy it better.
Perfect. How do AI systems reduce mental stress for leaders?
AI systems, just like any other, and systems are leverage. Systems are leverage. It's like you want to, like your, for instance, you want to go to a 50-story building. You
Mhm.
have to see somebody at story number, let's number 30. And there are two options. You can either use the staircase to get to story number 30, and if there's an elevator, you can use the elevator to get there. What will a smart person do? To use the elevator. As a, okay, AI say AI will take your job, and because AI will take your job and give you a better job. So now, when you understand how to use these tools, it's it makes your work easier. It all depends on what you do. I like for me, AI has AI has helped me manage so many things. Although I do a 9 to 5 work, yes, as a social media strategist, and also with GodMode AI solution, we are also reaching out to people even outside our location, outside my location. So even online, just like I'm talking to. So I've been able to manage all this together. Why? Because I understand how to use AI. The understanding itself is the system. The understanding of AI is the system we're even talking about. So when you get to know a skill become a system to you, because income follows assets. Income follows assets, and what that asset you can have as a person, you can have your mindset, you can have your skill set, and you can have your tool set. So when you know how to use the skill, you have understanding of how to use AI. That's your skill set, and you have you have the tool with you. That's the tool set.
What is the danger of copying someone else's AI workflow?
You don't get to understand how it works. Although using AI, one thing about workflow, it all depends on whether you're doing AI. If workflow is actually related to AI automation. Copying someone's workflow, you won't have an understanding of how it's being done. You do because first of all, building a workflow, you have to know what problem are you solving. What problem are you solving? Then that will give you an idea of how to build a workflow. But today, people sell workflow, and I won't say there's a big problem with that, because sometimes you don't need. Sometimes creating those kind of workflow takes time. You just need to copy and use. But the one major thing is that you need to understand how it's being done, so that whenever you come to an error, you can be able to rectify the error. So I won't say there's a big deal about copying people's workflow, because there's a book that's called Still Like an Artist. At least some of the things we do, we imitate, we copy. So there's no big deal about that.
How do you design AI systems that evolve with the business?
Is simply by working with an AI transformation and AI expert like GodMode AI solution. We are AI transformation partners for business leaders. So because AI is evolving, we have understanding of how AI works. We have understanding of the limitation and also the potential of AI. So and we are also on the on we are also on the curve. We are also because I follow as many AI experts as possible to know what is trending and what's in vogue and what tools should we use. So it's by just being close to people like us who will give you strategies and let you know. As I, that's like I said earlier, we don't call our customers clients, we call them partners because we partner with them on the long term. So those who join our program after the training, we also coach them, and if they're having whenever there's any technological change as regards to AI, give them advice, give them guidance. It's just all about aligning with someone who knows how this works so that when system needs to change, they can be able to guide you effectively.
What mistake do CEOs make when trying to automate too early?
The mistake I believe most CEOs make when trying to automate too early is the fact that they don't even understand how this automation works. And most times, because the automation agency, most of them are really after their money. They
What I
they pay.
can't get it. The automation
You
agencies?
can't hear me. Can you hear me?
No, no,
Huh?
I can't get the sentence. The automation agency after that?
I said most automation agencies, some of them are really after the money. They want to do it and they're really after the money. So they don't tell you about the risks or the limitation of automation. They only tell you, oh, this is great, this is wonderful. So most CEOs in this area now, in this regard now, they don't get to know about AI, that side of it. That's the issue that most CEOs are having at the moment.
What does a personal AI operating system actually look like?
I see it's all about it's all about having frameworks, having prompts that you use, and also there's what we call GPTs in ChatGPT. So if you're able to build that, because that's also what we teach how to build ChatGPT, how to build GPTs. If you're able
Mhm.
to have that, it's going to simplify what you do. So I can say that having a a prompt folder, because there are tasks that you'll be doing, several there are repetitive tasks you'll be doing or activities you'll be doing, maybe writing, generating scripts, content that are repetitive. So when you have your prompts at hand, you have a software that you created to generate those things. Those are systems because software is also a system. So it's having those things handy. That's the operating system.
Where do CEOs waste the most time without realizing it?
Okay, I'll say even for myself, most time it's in terms of the planning and strategy. Most times we over plan, over analyze that we don't even take the first action. So most times most CEOs are very good at strategy, but many are poor at execution. So I'll say that most CEOs waste time on strategy, but they don't they hesitate to execute. So I would say plan a little and take action. Plan a little and take action. You don't need to have or you don't need to have 100% of the idea, or you don't need to have 100% of everything working for you. And if you have 60%, you can take action on that. So stop planning too much. Start taking action a lot.
Why is saving 10-20 hours per week life changing for leaders?
Because when you're able to save more time, you can use that time to spend with your family. Because most CEOs, their family the family is really breaking apart. The family is really breaking apart because most of them spend time on their work than they spend with their family. And if you can save enough time because you're able to automate or you're able to use AI to assist your work, you can have that time to spend with your family and have that time to do other things that are profitable to you. So I believe saving is going to be life changing because just like what happened in COVID 19, you remember the pandemic, do you?
I was in
Yeah.
10th standard that time.
Yeah. So the pandemic although it was quite calamitous, had a kind of negative effect, but also the positive was that it brought families together. Some families came together and got to know themselves together. So it saved a lot of time. So with AI, saving that time you can spend with those you love most, and that's your family.
What tasks should CEOs eliminate before automating?
The task that I believe they should see most CEOs to eliminate is manual. It all depends on the content, on the kind of work. But for most CEOs, basically, reporting, writing, and also data analysis, data analyzing data information. Those are the tasks many CEOs need to. I won't say eliminate, but they need to delegate. So if they can do that, I think I believe automation will be cool for them. Yeah. So those simple little tasks that they do. Yeah. It all depends on the kind of work you do because CEOs are different. It's all based on what you do as a CEO. So I won't say there's a one size fit all for everyone. I believe there are little tasks that you do that, like writing. I know writing, every person do writing, even creating PowerPoints. Most of them, because you'll be presenting, you'll be pitching. So those are the things one can give to AI to do for you.
How do AI systems protect decision making energy?
Okay, so just like I heard this man Satya Nadella. That's the current CEO of Microsoft. He said something that stuck with me. He said this. He said, before I work with my team members, I plan with AI. I think with AI. So thinking with AI helps, as I said earlier, it helps to amplify your thought. It helps to make your thoughts more clearer. So it even helps you. It empowers you to to say more, to do more. Just like one of our partner, she was at a presentation for a business. She was invited as a guest speaker on an online meeting to show people what she was doing, and it was quite impromptu. She knew what she wanted to say, but she needed to put it together so that people can see it because you can't see what is in my head. You only see what I've presented. So working with her, we were able to put our thought together with AI, refine our presentation. We were able to build a PowerPoint slide with AI, and the presentation was massive, and she got new clients from that. You can see what AI has done now. It has helped to make our decision making abilities faster, and the result there is because the major thing is about the result. So she got what she wanted, and now she's happy working with us.
What happens psychologically when leaders stop being busy?
When leaders stop being busy, they focus on what matters most. The law of priority, the 80-20 rule. They focus on what is important for the growth of their business. And one of the things as a leader that is the priority is mentoring. Mentoring, also training your team members, because most organizations today don't even train their team members. So mentoring, training, and also upskilling, learning, growing, becoming better at what you do. Because the your financial success is based on the skill that has been added to your skill stack. So if you're able to improve yourself, that's a great one for you. So focus on mentoring as a leader, training, and also upskilling yourself instead of being busy in administrative tasks and meetings and here and there.
Can AI help leaders think slower, not just faster?
AI will help leaders think faster. Yeah, that's my take. You help me think faster. Yeah, because the reason why you're using the reason why you choose to use a jet instead of using a car is because you want to get to your destination faster. So to get to your destination faster, you're using a jet. So AI will help you think faster. That's it.
How do you prevent AI from creating decisions overload?
By not spending too much time making decisions, by not spending too much time on AI. Like you can get so used to using AI, or let's say ChatGPT, and it's giving you the answers you want, and there's that dopamine drive to always also want to ask for more, ask for more, ask for more, like liver twist, asking for more, asking for more. So you just need to know when to stop asking questions and go to implement that which you have gotten, that little that you've gotten. So you just need to take a break when using AI. So that's how I see it.
How do you measure clarity as a business
Okay.
outcome?
How do I measure clarity as a business outcome? Mm. Anthony Robbins, the author of Awakening the Giants Within You, say that always say that complexity is the enemy of execution. So if you want to achieve any goal, the first thing you must be clear of is that you must be clear of your goals must be specific, must be measurable, it must be achievable, it must be realistic, and it must be time bound. So if you can put your goals that in that way, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time bound, that shows that you are clear about it. And clarity, I say, is the oxygen of performance. If you're clear about whatever you want to achieve, you're going to get it. Whatever you're clear of about, you're going to get it. The reason why many people don't achieve their goal is because they are not clear inside of them what they want to get. So I see clarity as very important in business.
Perfect. Why do most smart CEOs struggle with visibility?
Okay, because many of them they've not been taught, or they've not been taught about the potential that these social media tool harness, or they are not aware, if I should use that word, they are not aware of the fact that social media is a powerful tool to make them to build their personal brand. So many of them, they are smart, intelligent, they know what they are doing, but some of them also is because of many of them don't have the confidence to face the camera. I would say that we call it stage fright. Most CEOs are also struggling from stage fright. Um, they are struggling with communication skills. Most of them don't want to, because of the fear of failure, they stay back from visibility.
How does AI change the way leaders should create content?
Okay, so I remember even in our program we teach AI content marketing, and we show you how to use AI to structure your content in a way that will help, that will be appealing to the readers. You know, there is a style of writing that when someone reads your writing, is going to get value from it. I could remember one of the comments. You know, I do comment under top leaders post, and I remember there was a comment I made under one of an influencer, Daniel Priestley, his post, and that comment got over close to over 120 impression. Over one, that impression means that over 120 persons saw that comment, and it was because I used AI to simplify what I wanted to say, make it simple. I added a bit of metaphor. So AI will helps you to simplify what you're writing, because most people have been taught to write in an academic form. But when others are reading, they don't have that mindset. So AI helps you to simplify, to make you can write your content, write as if you are talking to a 12-year-old, as if you are talking to a child, as if you are talking to a layman. So AI helps to break those things down. That is why I really advocate for leaders start using AI tools to make your content simpler so that others can read and understand.
Why is consistency harder than creativity for leaders?
Consistency is all about showing up every day, showing up every day, showing up every day. Uh, Most times it's because of the workload that many leaders are having. So they find it hard to be consistent on let's say on a particular skill they are learning. But I believe if one knows the value of what you're doing, you're going to put more effort in doing that. If you have a vision, if you are anticipating something good that's going to come out from a skill, let's say visibility now, for instance, coming online, showing up online. The reason why I'm showing up online is because I understand what it does for me. I understand the power of building a personal brand. But many of them are fuzzy, they are not clear about the importance of building a personal brand. That is why they struggle with consistency. I believe when you understand this, it's not going to be hard for you to put in the effort to do that.
Perfect. So the social media thing also work like that. If you are consistent, you post every day, you will grow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But if I didn't post, you would have seen me, you would have seen my post, you would have connected this way. So because of my consistency that brought us together, isn't it?
What is authority content and why does most content fails to build it?
Okay, authority content is talking about as a leader, thought leadership is all about sharing ideas based on your knowledge, based on your experience, based on the things you've done, your wisdom, because wisdom is skill, what you've done in recent times. So you share insights, you share case studies, you share testimonials of what you've helped others achieve. So authority content is very, 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 very important in as as a leader. It helps to position you as a key person of influence, and people will want to follow you and listen to you. As far as I see it.
How do you help CEOs sparks clearly without sounding scripted?
First of all, whatever you want to say should be something that was that originates from you, out from you. Yeah, I was helping, even today I was helping someone who wanted to call for he wanted to call for an appeal to his audience. So What did I do? First of all, I told him, okay, make sure that you have your points on paper. You don't write everything from start to finish. You have your introduction, which is your opening line, and you have your script, that is your point, bullet points, not everything word for word, bullet point of what you say. So now those are just like prompters that help you to bring out, because you as a CEO, you know what you want to say. You've been doing this for a long time, so it's not something new. All you just need, the script is to help you structure, organize your points. So I said you don't know what you want to say, but if you know what you want to say, I don't think you sound stupid. And you also need to be authentic, like free yourself. Don't be so um, rigid. Just free yourself.
Perfect. Why LinkedIn and
And
YouTube together are so powerful for leaders?
number one, LinkedIn is the is a community for that was made basically for business leaders. Like Facebook was for the millennials, and TikTok is for the Gen Zs, according to research. LinkedIn is basically for is like a community that brings together business leaders. And as a leader, you need to find you need to be in a place where people like you, like minds, are gathered together. And YouTube is number one, the second largest search engine in the whole world, so after Google. And if you want people to find you online, you make sure that your content are on YouTube. So although Facebook is good, but LinkedIn is although Facebook is good, but when we talk about video content creation, because video connects more. Like as we are together now, I connect with you, you're connecting because we are seeing ourselves, and also others that will be watching this video in later times, they are going to connect more. So video is very powerful, and the best platform for video content is YouTube, because YouTube has the attention of leaders, of professionals. For LinkedIn, when we talk about text and writing and thought leadership, LinkedIn is perfect for that.
How can AI turn one idea into an entire content ecosystem?
Okay, AI is very simple. Just just go on ChatGPT or any AI tool and prompt it and tell it, okay, this is I want to today I want to this for this week I want to, or this month I want to be talking about. For instance, I want to start talking about, let's say, communication and how business leaders can improve their communication with AI,
Let let
with AI. But I can go on ChatGPT and type that and tell it, create a content calendar for create a content calendar for I can use for 30 days. Then with that, AI will help me create content based on that topic, that idea, how to use AI for communication. It will give me topics, and also it will give me topics that I can say, let's say for the 30 days. Maybe I want to do a vlog or whatever. So AI is that powerful. It's more of demonstration than even explanation.
what mistakes do leaders make when outsourcing content completely?
Um, One of the big mistakes I believe many leaders make is that they they give they no most because the vision of the business is in the mind of the leader, and if you give someone else to talk about your business, the person does not have the vision that you have, so it will be quite shallow, to be quite shallow. So many leaders, because of fear of stage fright, or many of them are camera shy. They want someone who doesn't really have, because I'm working, because you're working for me, so start delivering posting content. It's not going to be as effective as when the leader is doing it. Leader is meant to be the key person of influence in that business. In fact, the leader is meant to be the one talking about the business. The leader is meant to be the one communicating the values of the business, because the business is the leader. The leader is the business. If the leader, they say, strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. If the leader falls apart, the business falls apart. So the leader is the one to don't leaders shouldn't outsource their content creation in terms of speaking one on one to the audience. They should take it with full chest as theirs.
How does visibility turn into leverage, not distraction?
That's powerful. Okay. In my book there's in my book on YouTube, there's a chapter I talk about legacy. Legacy, yes. As a leader, most leaders want to leave legacy. And John Maxwell said that legacy is not what you leave for people, or what you leave in people. Your thoughts, your ideas, your insights, that's leverage in a content. So for instance, uh, someone, maybe for instance, let's say for instance, in 50 years to come, you are no more. How do people know about you? How do people get your insights? How do people know about your business? How do people know about your mindset? Your content is that. And also, through your content, you can also sell your products. You can sell your service. For instance, you are a coach or you are a consultant. You teach people about their problem, and they see you as an expert. When they need someone to solve that problem, because they've heard your content, they've consumed enough of your content, you're going to be the first person at the back of their mind, and you're able to sell. So that's leverage.
Perfect. What does building a digital legacy mean to you?
That's to say, having an impact when you're no more there. For instance, there are some leaders I listen to. They are not alive today. Okay, let's say for instance, I listen to Napoleon Hills, I listen to Jim Rohn, I listen to people like Miles Monroe. I listen to their content. They are no more alive today, but their content is still making impact in my life and also in the life of others listening to them. So having content even when you are no more there is a digital legacy. That's how I put it.
Why do teams
Okay.
resist AI even when leaders push it?
It might be because there is no it is a leadership issue. A leadership issue. Maybe because there's no coherence, there's no connection between the team members and the leader. So the because if you don't like someone, you won't want to do what the person wants you to do. So I feel it's a team issue, because who doesn't want to be fast at doing their work? Who doesn't want to achieve speed at doing their work? So I believe it's more of a leadership issue than a technological issue.
How do you train teams to trust AI without over trusting it?
This is now where the work of people like us, AI trainers, AI consultants, come into the picture. We have to show them the ethical use of AI, what AI can do and what AI cannot do. We'll show them what hallucination is all about, how to prevent AI from giving wrong information confidently. So this is where the AI consultant, AI trainer comes in.
What happens when only the CEO uses AI but the team doesn't?
It's the business will still be lagging behind because it's like the CEO is far ahead and the team members are behind. So and business is a team sport. That's why the word team says together everyone achieves more. Business is a collaborative sport, it's not a one man sport. It's not so it's just like you say the head is fine but the body is weak. You know won't be active. So it's not going to the business will still lag behind if that happens. When only the CEO uses AI but the team doesn't, business will still be lagging behind. That's my opinion.
How do you introduce AI without creating fear of replacement?
Okay. How do I introduce AI without creating fear of replacement? I'll point to them that AI is like a team member, a thinking partner, one that wants to help you do your work faster and not coming to take over you. And I also let them know that AI is not going to replace you, but someone using AI is the one that will replace you. So instead of being replaced by someone using AI, why not be the one using AI so that you become irreplaceable? AI will not replace you, someone using AI will replace you. But why not be the one that will be irreplaceable? Use AI and you become irreplaceable whenever you find yourself.
Perfect. Why AI literacy is becoming a leadership requirement?
Why is AI literacy becoming a leadership requirement? Yes, because leadership is all about thinking faster, thinking better, thinking with clarity, achieving your goals faster. Leadership is result oriented. People pay you for your result, not for your knowledge. So people pay you for your execution. And if AI can help you execute your work faster, why not know how to use this tool? Why not understand how AI works? If a car can get you faster to your destination than using a bicycle, why not learn how to drive the car? So AI is literacy is very important now. Any leader who is not using AI will be knocked out of the game, knocked out of business. Just like the way Uber knocked out taxi drivers, just like the way smartphone knocked out the digital cameras. So if you're not, as a leader, if you don't get to know how to use AI, you'll be relevant in the next 5 years. It's just a matter of time.
What skill will define high value employees in the AI era?
Number one is according to World Economic Forum, there are list of skills that employees should employers are looking for. There are list of skills that employers are looking for, and also there are skills that employees should also. Number one of them is analytical thinking, critical thinking, knowing how to as being the editor in chief of whatever response you get from AI. Today many people whatever AI gives to them, they run with it. But as when you as one who is a critical thinker, you know this is not right, this is right, this is what you should take away, this is what you should add. And also skill of communication, very very important, because if you know what you do but you cannot share what you know, you're going to be far behind. So your ability to communicate your ideas, very very important. And also technological literacy, as I said this earlier, knowing the right tool to use for the right for the right moment. So technological literacy, very very important. And AI AI literacy, that's what we're talking about. That's very very important. Knowing how to use these tools, AI tools, very important. And also, yeah, leadership. It's a skill that many employees should get to know about.
How do you balance human creativity with AI efficiency?
That is to know, as we said earlier, is to know when to use AI tools and when to think with yourself. You know, sometimes one of the ways to I was listening to a TED talk, and the in the TED talk the speaker was sharing some of the things is doing to many young people in terms of cognitive ability, in terms of reading, and in terms of learning. So the remedy that was given was this, that people should imbibe the habit of reading. Reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body. Reading helps the mind become stronger. So if you're a leader who reads, you are exercising your creativity. Now you come to use AI for yourself. You come to use AI. AI now helps you amplify what you know, because reading improves your imagination and AI helps with implementation. So that's how you measure it too. So you have to get better as a leader, then AI helps you do the implementation.
What does an AI confident team look like?
AI confident team is an AI confident team is that team that has been trained on how to use AI to boost their efficiency. Everyone uses AI one way or the other to make work done faster in that company, that organization. That is one of our passion, that is one of our mission, to help businesses become relevant when they adapt and adopt AI and integrate it into their system, into their working system. Most people, maybe because they've not yet seen the potential, but in later times. But let's go through history. The companies today that are thriving, let's say Google and Microsoft, they are thriving because every technological era that came up, they were always even Amazon, because I listened to Jeff Bezos, and he said that one of the things that they maintain in their company is training. They systematize training into their company. They train their workers on a regular basis. So I believe they also train them on how to use AI literacy, which many companies are not doing today. If many companies start upskilling their workforce with the knowledge of AI tools, many business the business productivity, even revenues will skyrocket, because business is all about producing fast production and also meeting the needs of customers. And if you can able to meet the needs of your customers faster than your competitor, you are good to go.
How do you avoid AI becoming a crutch for thinking?
That is know when you should use AI and know when you should not use it. Be intentional about when you should not use AI, because when you use AI often and often, it becomes a habit. Anything you want to do, if even any little thing you want to write, just like the calculator, there are some people that even even if they want to 10 times 10 multiplied by 10, some people still use the calculator, whereas 10 multiplied by 10 is just 100, when you can use your mind to do that. So you should know when not to use AI. You have to be intentional about that, because using AI can become very addictive. I'm saying this from experience. So you just have to tell yourself, no, let me do this myself instead of using AI.
What role should ethics play in daily AI use?
Now, ethics is all about good human values, having respect for your fellow human, like what people are doing with with video content. Let's say deep fakes. Deepfakes are videos of influencers saying what they did not say. So some people today they use influencer like in one of the videos where Stephen Barrett was talking about the fact that a woman was scammed because somebody used his video his somebody used a video of himself Stephen Barrett asking for investment in a crypto fund or something like that. So those people doing that, they are playing the game wrong because they are doing this to hurt someone else. So ethics is very, very important. That is why uh, respecting your fellow humans is very, very, very key. Because you will not want to do something that somebody will do to your own child. If you have that at the back of your mind, I believe it will it will it will help you think twice whenever you want to do something, especially with AI. And also in terms of writing content, you should avoid writing content that will hurt or that will inflame the thoughts of others because you can do it faster with AI. Think at the back of your mind, will this help or will this hurt? If you can have that mental model, it will save us from many things that ethics can help us to protect.
How will the role of CEO change in the next 5 years?
As we said, most CEOs will become the architects of their business. It will improve, it will make them more focused on building strategies, on designing workflows, SOP. When I say work, that is standard operating procedures, SOPs for their business, than just being builders in their business. There's a work of the architect, there's a work of the builder of building. So many see because of AI is going to align most CEOs to where their work is, and which is the thinking, the imagination, the strategy, planning, team building, communication, content creation also. The AI will help CEOs align with those values.
I think AI is right now aligning those things, like everyone scripting those their videos from AI.
Yeah,
Before ChatGPT, we need to think or hire a copywriter for scripting our scripts for videos and all. And now it's just a few seconds to create the
yeah,
scripts.
yeah, yeah, yeah. For one has to pay somebody on Upwork or Fiverr to do the scripting, even thumbnail design.
Yeah.
But now you can do thumbnail design with AI tools yourself. Just to now do thumbnail design. If you can do flyers yourself with AI tools, you don't need to know how to. Just now to give the right prompt. And that's also what we sh- what we teach also in GodMode AI solution.
Will AI widen the gap between average and exponential leaders?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because I would say AI is like a vehicle, and the leaders that know how to ride the vehicle and know where they are going will get to their destination faster than those who are walking on their foot to the destination. So leaders who are good become better, while leaders who are average will remain average. And even it's only exceptional leaders that crave and hunger for personal development. So AI will widen the gap big time, big time.
What leaders should start unlearning right now?
What should leaders start on learning right now? Ah, okay, somebody said that the illiterate of the 21st century is not the one who cannot read, but the one who will not learn, unlearn, and relearn. So what I feel leaders should start learning right now is the fear of technology. The fear of technology. Yeah. Because so many people are so scared of technology that they don't even want to use it, and they give negative and bad names to it, even religious terms with technology. So I say that take away the fear of technology and use this to be an optimist.
Do you think formal education is falling behind AI reality?
I think so. I think so because formal education was made for the industrial age. Formal education was made for the industrial age, where we had factories and we had knowledge workers, and the school system is like training people like a machine to become like machine like LLM. They feed you with information and they call you to the exam or to pour back the information to them. No, no creativity. No, there's no spark of intelligence. Or you are just conform to a particular system. But AI is ripping that apart because even intelligence is coming to zero, according to Sam Altman, the CEO of current CEO of OpenAI. He said that the cost of intelligence will become zero because of AI. Now you don't even need to go to school to learn how to read or write, to learn about physics, to learn about mathematics. You can have you can do that with AI. If you understand how to use AI can become your teacher. You don't even need to go to school to learn how to learn law and all those. AI has read every law term in the whole world. So it can be your teacher and be your coach. So any education, if the formal education do not integrate AI, any education system that will not integrate AI into their learning process, that system is ready for collapse. In 5 years' time, that system will collapse.
What mindset will matters more than intelligence in the future?
Uh, for me, I believe it's human empathy, love for one another. Because one, you can be intelligent and be wicked. You can also be intelligent and have love for humanity. So if you because AI will amplify whatever is in you. If you are wicked, AI will amplify your wickedness. If you are good, AI will amplify your goodness. So I believe empathy, love for one another, love is is the mindset that I feel is more important than in the future.
How can leaders stay relevant as tools change so far?
They need to be in a community where people are like minds are. Be in a community because environment dictates performance. If you want to do more, find a community of people that are doing the same thing you want, or find a community of people that you aspire that you aspire to do, that are doing the same thing that you're doing. So that okay, that you find a community of people that follow your aspiration. To be in a community where AI is talked about. For instance, on LinkedIn, as I said earlier, I I follow as many persons who give updates on what is trending on AI, news about AI, and I so just as you see my messages whenever you go on your LinkedIn page, that is how I also see their messages. So anytime I go there, I'm informed, because information is the key to knowledge is power. So when you are in the community of people learning AI, you also that and we also have that community. We also have that community at GodMode AI. So you also have updates of what is going on. So be in a community where the news is going, and you won't be left behind.
What does leading with AI really means?
Okay, leading with AI is simply having AI integrated into your system, your workflow, your system thinking, working with AI, thinking with AI, using AI in your daily tasks to achieve your business goal. That is simply leading with AI. It's just like a soldier going with a gun. So he's going with the gun for battle. He's leading with his gun to the battlefield. So his gun is always by his side. So AI skills, AI tools should always be at your fingertip, your pocket to use when you need it.
What scares you most about how AI is being adapted today?
Okay, what scares me most about how AI is being adopted today? I is the way is the way people use AI um, to perform fraudulent acts. Just as I said earlier, using deepfake, and also the way people use AI without knowledge of how AI works. It saps their time, wastes their time, and makes them frustrated and even dumber. So just like if you give a child a knife to cut and that child doesn't know how to handle the knife, eventually that knife will cut the child's hand. So if people don't really understand how these two work, the pattern, the system is going to really have an effect in their psychology. That's also so that's why we are advocating AI literacy. As I'm a passionate advocate of AI literacy for business leaders, for the government, for schools. Take AI literacy serious because AI this is not an AI. There's no this AI is going to change the world. Even Bill Gates has said that AI is the biggest advance of productivity in its time. They have never seen anything like this before.
What excites you the most about the future of AI powered leadership?
Leaders who will be able to come who understand how to combine their human creativity and AI and artificial intelligence, they are going to create more, they are going to connect more, they are going to contribute more. So, and life is all about creation, connection, and contribution. If you can be, if you can, if you are creating, connecting, and contributing daily, your life will become wonderful. So, AI will accelerate this, and the world. That's why even I think yesterday I was listening to uh, the interview with Elon Musk on the World Economic Forum, and he was sharing the fact that there's going to be massive abundance in the world today. He said robots will be everywhere, even more than humans. So if leaders can understand how to work with these tools, as I said earlier, with AI, not just as tools, but as teammates, not just as tools, but as digital species. There will be massive abundance in the world.
Can we see the workflow of your automations?
Okay, what I want to show is ChatGPT, how I use my ChatGPT, and also my systems I built on ChatGPT. Okay, so let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Can you see my ChatGPT? Okay, look, all this. Can you see my ChatGPT?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so these are GPTs are what this all these are um, GPTs here is what we call are like mini automation in ChatGPT.
Like how it works.
So and this okay how it works now. You you create you create you create this GPTs here. If you are doing a repetitive task like for instance there are documents you're always you have a prompt that you always use to create a let's say a proposal or document. You will need instead of going to AI to always write the same prompt, all you just do is to create a GPT. Let me see, let me
So,
show you now.
so for different tasks, we create different GPTs.
Yeah, yeah. So you create a GPT, you name it, you give it the description. This instruction here is the most important part of the GPTs. So you create this instruction, upload files. For instance, if you have some document that you need the GPT to read, you upload your files here, put add, then you create. I will be doing that now. But let me just these are the GPTs I've created. This is for the work I do. But one of the one I use most is this GPT here I created for prompt engineering. So I've trained it on how to write effective prompts. So anytime I want to do a task that I need a prompt for, I'll use this GPT. Or I want to show how to create a prompt. I want to show how this GPT works.
Hmm.
For instance, now, okay, I want to I want to write I want to write a document to reach out to my customers. I'm an AI transformation partner. I help business leaders grow their business by learning how to use AI tools. So I want to write a report showing them how to use AI for their business. So this is just this. I've just given a simple prompt now. But what this GPT that I've created will do now, it will now transform this simple prompt into a powerful, well-written, research-based prompt. You see right now. You can see now.
Yep.
Can you see this now? Yeah, you see. You're not just a business writer, you are an exceptional, skilled, highly strategic, and insightful AI champion advisor and communicator. The task is to see now. I work as you see the context now, helping business leaders grow revenue, efficiency, and this the task now. Write a clear, practical, confidence building customer. So see all those now. It has given this. This is a well written, structured prompt with every. So now I can copy this prompt and use it in any AI tool. I can copy it and use any AI tool. Let me open a new chat. Put it here. I run it. This is it now. So because of the prompt now, the response is giving to me now is amazing. We can see what is going on. But this is another part of AI. This is another thing people don't understand. Projects in AI. This project helps to put your files together.
Like how?
For instance, whatever GodMode AI solution, this is these are projects here. Everything if you have whatever whatever it's like a filing is like a file is like a folder inside ChatGPT to help you to put your project together. So this is lovable now. This lovable AI is an AI tool,
I
an
know
AI
AI.
tool that builds
I know
applications.
lovable.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, so some of the things created with lovable,
It's website you created.
yeah, website. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I created a portfolio website for myself. So this, can you see my slide, my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this is a landing page I created with no coding, just a simple prompt. Whereas this is the prompt I used. This is the prompt I used here. You are a world class direct response copywriter, behavior psychologist, product designer. Your task is to design and write a high converting landing page for company GodMode AI solution, program hidden layers. Landing pages to must do one thing extremely well, make the problem impossible to ignore, make the cost of staying the same feel dangerous, and all this stuff like that.
So
So you
you
see the prompts,
so you
they are
create
well
this
detailed.
from ChatGPT, right?
Yeah. Created it from ChatGPT, then pasted it, then this is what it gave to me. So I
It's
can publish this, put my URL link. So this is it here. So I just put, so this is the landing page here.
yeah, it's looking great.
Yeah, that's amazing. And if I were to be a web designer or whatever, I would have created something like this. This is how AI saves our time and increase our productivity, makes us look better. This is it here now. So these are the testimonials I got.
Yeah. Yeah, I said.
Yeah, yeah, and I added it to it. So you can see
That's awesome.
these are actually there. So yeah,
Next is my favorite question.
uh,
What was the most amount of money you made in a single year?
uh, okay. I'm not a money person. So I've not done that. But I could say that this last year to this year was a period I made the most amount of money. Yeah. Why? Because I was able to harness the AI way, and I learned a principle: uh, sell to the rich. So I also learned to present my value to those who have the money to pay, and also who are hungry for the knowledge and information. So I also advise to people, young people, when you learn a skill, make sure that you look for people that you can that have that desire your skill, that have the most that will benefit mostly from your skill and have the money to pay for it. Because some people can derive benefit from the skill that you have, but they don't have the resources to pay you. So look for those that have the money, look for a big problem to solve, if I can say that. So that's what I can say.
What's the amount? In
I can't say now. I can't say.
in figures.
I can't say that.
Okay. Do you read books?
Huh?
Do you read books?
Sure.
What is your favorite book?
Oh, my favorite book is the book I read every day.
Which
The book I read every day is scriptures. That's my Bible. So that's the book that has changed my life. And apart from the Bible, there's a book I have here, the powerful book. You should know this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's also a book that has changed my life. How to talk with people, how to relate with people. And I believe this is one of the books that every leader should be to be able to because in the age of AI, human connection is going to be very rare. So to get to get the wisdom of how to connect with people, this is a must read for leaders. And also, there's this one I have here with me. Um, Very powerful.
I know this.
Think and grow rich. Yeah, yeah, very powerful book. Very powerful. And books on communication. I have two here for my mentor. Books on this is John Maxwell, 16 Undeniable Laws of Communication. And this is here, Speak Like a Pro. One of my current mentor in public speaking. So these books are powerful. So, and in the age of AI, how you communicate will determine the people that you attract to yourself. Your communication skill is very, very important. So these are the books I enjoy reading at the moment.
Perfect. What is one thing you wish you knew 10 years ago?
Okay, one thing I wish I knew 10 years ago was that life is in season. And if I had known that there's something like that the industrial age had was about to expire and the digital age was here to stay, I would have prepared very well for what is coming during the digital age. That is why when the AI came up and I discovered that AI is a new age, I delved really into it. I understood the seasons of life. That life is in seasons and in different ages. I would have prepared myself effectively and adequately.
What is the most important skill someone should build today?
Ah, I can say the most important skill one can build is communication. How to communicate your ideas
Agree.
clearly with clarity. Communication, because content creation is going to be a big big business, and also a lead generation engine for many business owners. And any business owner that can communicate their ideas clearly, the use of storytelling, the use of the connection with audience, that business is going to grow faster. So I believe in the age of AI, your communication skills should be a priority.
Perfect. If you could reset your career, what would you do differently?
If I should reset my career, what would I do different? I will I look for a mentor who is doing great in a particular business and work for the person. Because to be sincere, the education system does not promote entrepreneurship. No, 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 no. It doesn't promote entrepreneurship. It promotes salary mentality, job. So, okay, and not say salary. It promote, what the educational system promotes is the mindset of
Being an employee.
working. God bless you. Thank you. I love that. Being an employee, and employees are not creative. They don't have the most of them don't have that entrepreneurship mindset. And entrepreneurship mindset is what will help you win the game of life.
Agree.
Definitely. Yeah. I love that. Thanks for the idea.
That's why I don't go to college.
Even do you know that I dropped out of my master's program? Yeah.
I just studied 12th. That's it.
Mm. Wow. Amazing.
Because I know if I go to college, it's time wasting for me. As a as per my mindset, it's time wasting for me because the college is like the friends and the female friends, male friends, they just
Yeah.
doing their things, going on vacation parties and all, and less of lectures and just wasting their times. I don't want that, so I don't go to college. So my next two questions I ask everyone on my podcast.
Ah,
What is the best advice you ever heard or received?
oh, the best advice I've ever received. I think it's back then in college. When I was in college, I think I was going through a downtown in my academics and my personal life, and a friend of mine who knew I was doing well came to my room and told me this. Said, if you know that you're struggling in life, any area of life you're struggling with, go and look for a book on that area and read, and you're going to get solutions from that. Even though I didn't take action on that immediately, but that mental model has been helped me a lot. There was a time in it I got a job as a social media strategist for a particular business. And eventually, because they were short of staff, they had to also put me as a sales consultant. And I didn't have idea on selling. And while others were hitting their sales targets, I was always far behind. So I knew that I needed knowledge of selling. So I got some books on selling strategy. I got from a book by Tracy, Advanced Selling Methods Strategy. Got some books on selling, and I started reading the book and implementing the strategies in the book. And the day I made my first sale, it was like the whole staff were jubilating for me. They're happy for me. It's like, I've broken the jinx. So I followed that. Anytime um, I'm lacking in a skill, I go and look for a book on that particular skill, and I learn and I become better.
So, my last question.
Okay.
What is the worst advice you ever heard or received?
Ah, the worst advice I've ever received. The worst advice I've ever received. Okay. When people say time is money, time is money, time is money, and because of that, we 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 spend so much time to save a little bit of money, and we waste our time, and we spend our money to save a little bit of time. Because of that mindset, time is money. But the rich people, they will spend a lot of money so that they can save a bit of time. They don't waste their time because they believe their time is more valuable than money.
You
So when
you
people say time is money, they fall into that trap.
you could not buy a time if you have billions and trillions. You could not buy the time. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
Like
so to say that save the time.
yeah, like I'm now 21. I
Mm.
I could not get that this age after
Yeah.
this year. So
Yeah.
if I have trillions, millions of dollars, I could not get because we cannot buy the time.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we are done for today.
Thank you so much for today. Today has been wonderful. I really appreciate the conversation. We are good conversation.
100%.
Sure.
Thank you so much for being on our podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. Really
Yeah.
appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah.
See you then. Bye bye.
Well said.